Greetings of the day, learners. I, Kiran Nagre, in the subject of integrated marketing communication. Today we are going to talk about integrated marketing communication planning process. In earlier lecture, we have seen there are various promotional elements of integrated marketing communication, right? So, in developing an integrated marketing communication strategy, a company combines the various promotional mix elements. Now, the question arises, what are those promotional elements, promotional mix elements? So, the answer is we have advertising, direct marketing, then we have is personal selling, then we have sales promotion, next we have is public relation. Etc. So what a company does is, in developing an integrated marketing strategy, they combine all the promotional mix elements. Now they balances the strength and weaknesses of each and every one of them to produce an effective communication program. Now, how we can judge that the communication program is effective? So, the planning is the answer of your question here. Integrated marketing communication management involves the process of planning, executing, evaluating, and controlling the use of various promotional mix elements to effectively communicate with the target audiences. Now, as we already discussed that planning plays an important role in the development and implementation of effective IMC program, and this process is guided by integrated marketing communication plan that provides the framework for developing, implementing, the controlling the organization IMC program. Now, when we talk about the integrated planning process, there will be 6 steps which we are going to discuss here. So, the IMC planning process starts with the first stage, that is review of marketing plan. Now here we have to understand what is a marketing plan. So friends, a marketing plan is a written document that describes the overall marketing strategy of an organization. Now, there are so many marketing programs which are developed by organization. Those are also written in the marketing plan only. Marketing plan are those documents which contains marketing strategy of a particular product line or a brand. Now what happens is, before developing a promotional plan, a marketer must understand where the company or the brand has been and its current position in the market, where it intends to go and how it plans to get there. So most of the information should be contained in your marketing plan. But what happens is, most of the firms ignores that part, and that is where the need of review is there. So here, in the first stage of IMC planning process, what we are going to do is, we are going to review our marketing plan. The promotional plan should be an integral part of your marketing strategy, and that is why there you have to see that promotional planner will see that the role of advertising and other promotional mix elements will play an overall marketing program. Now what happens is, the promotional plan is developed similarly to the marketing plan, and often uses is detailed information. So after reviewing the marketing plan, the second stage arises, which is promotional program situation analysis. Now when we talk about the situation analysis, there will be 2 elements of it. The first element is internal analysis and the second one is external analysis. Now what happens is, After the overall review of a marketing plan is done, the next step in developing an IMC plan is to conduct a situation analysis. The situation analysis focuses on the factors that will influence or that will relevant to the development of promotional strategy. It will include, as we already said, that internal and external analysis. Now, we will jump to the meaning of internal analysis. What happens is, in internal analysis, the internal analysis assesses the relevant areas involving the product, services, offering and the firm itself. What happens is, the capabilities of firm and its ability to develop the product or implement a successful promotional program, the organization of promotional department or the successes or the failures of past program, all those elements will be reviewed in the internal analysis. What will happen with this thing? The analysis will study the relative advantage or disadvantage of various performing promotional function in-house as opposed to the hiring of external agencies. Hiring of external agency will be a costlier affair, and that is why company most of this time analyses their marketing plan on in-house program only. Now, what happens in internal analysis is, so internal analysis assess the strength and the weaknesses of the firm. Also, they assesses the strength and weakness of particular brand, the product line, or the image in terms of image perspective. And also, they will assess the relative strength and weaknesses of the product and services, its advantages and disadvantages, and then a unique selling point which we have called as USPs of your product. The product will be judged on various parameters, just like packaging or the quality, or we have its price, then what kind of design you are using, and so on. So what happens is, this information is particularly important to creative personnel and who must develop the advertising message for the brand. Now next you have is external analysis. So the external analysis focuses on the factors such as the characteristics of firm's customers or the market segment or the positioning strategy or the competitors. What they do is they analyze all the data from the competitors or the positioning strategy, and they will collect those data and they will analyze this. What will be the outcome of it? So they will consider all the various factors like customers' characteristics or the buying patterns. Then they will get the result in case in terms of the decision processes, or they will get the answer of what factors which will influence the customer in the buying decision. So all will be questions are solved by doing the external analysis. Now what does is, here the attention will be given to the consumer perception and the attitudes, so lifestyle or the other criteria for making purchase decision. A key element of external analysis is the assessment of a market. So the attractiveness of various market segments must be evaluated, and the segments which has to be targeted must be identified in this stage. Now, after doing the second stage in the planning process, we will move to the third stage, and the third stage is analysis of communication process. Now, it is very important to decide what kind of until now we have decided what kind of communication we have to talk to the customer. Now here we have to decide what kind of communication process we are going to use. So this stage, that means the analysis of communication process, will examine how the company can effectively communicate with the consumer communicate with the consumer in their target market. So the promotional planner or whoever is or the IMC planner must think about the process which consumer will go through and respond to your marketing communication, and that is why this stage is very important. Now, the response process for the product or services for which consumer decision making is characterized by a high level of interest is often different from the low involvement or the routine purchase decision. And that is where we can use the FCB model which we have discussed in earlier lecture. Now, communication objectives we have to decide in this process. So what are the communication objectives? So communication objective refers to what the firm refers to what a firm seeks to accomplish in its promotional program, right? So they are often stated in the terms of nature or nature of the message to be communicated, or what specific communication effects are to be achieved. So communication objectives will include the creating awareness of the knowledge about your product and its attributes and the benefits to the target audiences. Now, this communication, when we derive the communication objective, that should be a guiding force to your entire planning process, and it will also include the cost implication too. Now, after deciding all these things, we are going to jump to the next step, which is the most important step in the integrated marketing communication planning process, that is budget determination. So when we talk about the budget determination here, so in reality the promotional budgets or the marketing communication budgets are often determined by using simplest approach. Now what they do is, they will think that how much money is available or how much percentage of company's brand sales revenue you have to invested in the budget form. Okay, so at this stage the budget is often tentative. Of course, that is understood only, but it may not be finalized until the specific promotional mix strategies are developed. So how we reach to the budget determination? So we can use the various methods, like historical method, like what will be the budget of previous program that will be continued in this too. Then you can use the objective task method or percentage of sales method, where you can decide a particular percentage of sales, total sales, which you have to invest in the budget of integrated marketing communication. Also you can use the most common, most simplest to use will be the competitive budgets, that what are the budgets which what are the budgets which are used by your competitor, you can use the same budget also. Okay, so by doing so we can here we can get the external help also. So various media agencies will work together and will create a strategic plan, strategic integrated marketing communication plan. What will be the advantage of it? It will help to manage or allocate the resources at the in the efficient manner, right? And that is why and also with the help of external agencies you can get a better you can get a reach of target audiences in a efficient or effective manner. So after deciding the budget, we are going to jump into the next step, which is the developing the integrated marketing program. Now, when we say that we are going to develop the integrated marketing program, here we are talking about the selecting perfect promotional mix elements. Also, the each and every promotional mix element will be having their own planning process also. Okay, so each promotional mix element will have certain advantage and disadvantage, as we have discussed earlier too. So at this stage of planning process, decision have to be made regarding the role and importance of each element of in the promotion mix. What happens here is we consider the two important factors. here. The first one is the development of the message, and the second one is the use of the media strategy. So message development, what is message development? So message development here is a to develop a creative strategy that will involve the basic appeal and message of advertiser, who convey, which is going to convey to the target audience. And then the second we have is media strategy. So here we are going to talk about the what kind of medium you are going to use in particular media strategy. Now, media strategy involves the determining of which communication channel will be used to deliver advertising message to the target audiences. So decision will be made on which type of media you can use. Like for example, you need print ads, or you need to broadcast your message, or you need to make a advertisement which will be displayed on the TVs, or you have to make the digital campaign or not. So all those media section will be used here, or will be used, and they will create an integrated marketing communication plan. Now, this task requires an careful evaluation of each and every media option. Their advantages should be taken considered. Their disadvantages also should be taken considered. And then, of course, the most important part will be here is to evaluate their cost and the ability to deliver the message effectively to your target market. And that is why the fifth one, which is the fifth stage, is most important in the case of integrated marketing communication planning process. What happens is, when we decide the message and the media strategy, the next step will be to implement those planning process. Now here the planning process does not stop. When you implement your plan, you have to monitor, evaluate and control over the your planning process, and that is where when you do this all the things in efficient manner, then only you will get your desired results. So the sixth step in integrated marketing communication planning process is monitoring, evaluation and control of the IMC plan. Okay, so advertisement and other marketing communication agency create various tools and techniques to help marketer to evaluate the efficiency of your advertisement or your various media option which you have used in your marketing campaign. So the IMC planner will, what they will do is, they wants to know how well the promotional program is doing, and if they are doing well, then if they are doing well, what are the factors which are taken into consideration. If the campaign is not doing good, then why will be the question. So there will be various types of problems which we have to face here, and therefore we say that you have to evaluate or monitor your plan, and then you evaluate your plan on the repetitive basis to take the necessary control over the plan. So that's it for your integrated planning process. We have seen the 6 step of it. In next lecture we are going to talk about the creation of integrated marketing communication message. Till then, stay tuned, be safe. Thank you so much.